what's up? It's Grace, and I'm back in the same thing because I'm filming 2 videos today. Anyway, I am going to be doing a review on Highly Illogical Behavior by John Corey Whaley, which I received in exchange for an honest review by Penguin Teen. So thank you so much, Penguin Teen. You the best. So Highly Illogical Behavior is about a boy named Solomon Reed, and he suffers from being agoraphobic, which I mispronounced it in the last video that I talked about this book, but I used Google. So I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing it right. And that is a condition in which the person has a extreme or irrational fear of enclosed spaces or crowded crowds, because obviously it's crowded. He suffers from it so much so that he has not left his house in 3 years, and he's not just limited to being agoraphobic. He suffers from from some other, he has just such extreme anxiety, and he suffers from anxiety attacks like it's a regular occurrence. And so he hasn't left his house in 3 years. He has no desire to. He doesn't think he will, just because he's pretty content with it. He's accepted that this is the way he is, and that's just the way life is. And so his parents kind of have accepted it too, and it's just pretty much the norm for them. And we're also following Lisa, who's a very ambitious young girl. She's in her senior year of high school, and she is wanting to get into one of the best psychology programs. And in order to do that, she needs to write a report on a personal experience with mental illness. She tracks Solomon down, and she wants to use him as her person for her report. But she also just really wants to fix him. And yeah, she does want to write this report about him, but that's not the only thing when she meets him, she does really want to become his friend. But that stuff happens, and also she has a boyfriend, and so they all, Solomon, Lisa and her boyfriend, they all become friends, and they just form this extremely awesome bond that it was just they had such a cool friendship, and this book made me laugh out loud, and that rarely happens. It actually also made me cry, which rarely happens. Not too hard, like I had a couple tears, but while it was happening, I was like, wow, it's happening. I also really enjoyed the family in this book. Solomon's mom and dad, we didn't get too much of Lisa's mom. Her mom honestly bugged me, but I think that was really a cool concept or aspect of this book. But Solomon's mom and dad were awesome. Their family was a little bit dysfunctional, but they were so cute and funny, and they had such witty banter, and I absolutely loved his grandmother, because his grandma kind of reminded me of my mom. Just very, kind of like, say how it is, don't sugarcoat it, but you can just tell how much she loved Solomon and how much she wanted him to have a better life. She knew that he was capable of so much more than he thought. Also, another thing I want to mention is this book trumps like all YA tropes. It's just like, it blatantly does it, and it's so funny to me because it just didn't happen the way that you would think like a coming of age novel would go. It was kind of like F you YA tropes, and I really, really loved that. It was just so great, and it really gives a great perspective on mental illness, because it's not something that I think about because I don't suffer from it. So if I'm not suffering from it, it's not something that is in my mind, but it just makes me appreciate my life and how I can go outside and I can just do something that I don't have to think about, but some people, that's like so deathly scary to them. So it really puts things into perspective, and it's very interesting, and it really makes you appreciate all the little things in life. How cliche that sounds, but it really, really does. And so just really appreciate your life, if you can go do those things, or think about for those who can't, or try and help someone that is like that, and you don't want to push them, but you want to just know that you're there for them. Anyway, I'm kind of getting off topic here, but I really, really enjoyed this book. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I definitely am going to be picking up other things by John Corey Whaley, because I've heard nothing but great things about his book, Where Things Come Back, and Noggin. And I think there's another one, but I forget. I'm not sure if there is. But anyway, I highly recommend this book, and I hope you read it. So that was my review of Highly Illogical Behavior by John Corey Whaley, and can we appreciate this cover? Now I know what this cover means. I'm not going to tell you, but I know what it means now, and I really, really love it, and I think it has such a great symbolism. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you read this book, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.